Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll run it from the gun. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Got his man quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. The Tigers get it past the sticks.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Might as well give it to him again.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out!
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They go right back to him. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Quickly complete. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, and he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense there.
2nd and 10 here. Quick completion to the right. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They'll leave it with him. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone and pick up a 5 to the 20.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. On the move. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Number 38.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They're not into threes. They want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Now they're going to throw it. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The offense just set themselves up in a bad situation in this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell in that pass rush, man, they were coming.
Not a chance. Missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. He's right on target. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to power their way ahead. The Volunteers get enough to move the chains.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. On the run, it's Lewis. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it again. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
It's 1st down from the 11. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Going up top on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield. It's Lewis. At the 40, there he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, it's a reverse. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Defensively, it's like which one of these guys are the most dangerous. Goodness gracious, you got so many guys that spread you out with speed and wide receivers that you think about taking away the passing game. And then what do? They put him in motion, and he goes across the formation really quickly. They give him the football, and he just so fast, chews up yardage. Defensively, there's so many things to be talking about, to be talking through, and then they do stuff like that. It's even more confusing.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the offense. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We'll play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the 2nd half.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. On the move, it's Staley. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll run play action. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. They're going to ride this running back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7.
Tennessee, 10. Auburn, 7.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move to keep moving. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Tennessee, 10. Auburn, 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're getting this guy lathered up. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And they're not on the same page there.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Sampson. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. A strike downfield. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Now on second down. Here's the handoff. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Shows him the stiff arm. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, David.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown ball. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Kane. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Volunteers. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Ball in the air, intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter, you got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Vols are on the move. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the tailback. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's Lewis. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
He's tackled at the 24-yard line.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Coming after him. Fires to the tight end. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back early